Mr. Luke. Here is my audience, my dad, my husband, and my mom. You know my mom. Hi, Tom. Okay. So today I'm going to be doing a speech on how to help resolve a disgruntled employee or client. Having to deal with a disgruntled employee, client, or even a friend can be challenging. But learning to really listen and understand why the person is upset can really help you settle the dispute the best way possible. Being able to settle a discrepancy can be difficult, but having the right tools and having a plan can make it possible. The saying goes, the customer is always right, but that's not true. We just have to let them think that they're always right. All relationships at some point can have a situation arise where you need to settle a dispute or a discrepancy, and being able to handle a disgruntled employee or client can be difficult, but it's vital to remember how they feel is important. So let's talk a little bit about a client that's unhappy. First, we want to talk about the problem. So whether it's in person or on the phone, the first thing you need to do when they tell you is apologize. You don't need to over-apologize. They only get 2 apologies on the phone call. One at the beginning, and it's important to remember to say, I'm sorry for, and then what happened. Not, I'm sorry you feel this way, that's not an apology. And you need to really listen to them until they are completely done. You don't want to interrupt. You just want to listen, let them finish, let them tell you how they feel, and then continue on with the conversation. You want to be sincere. Even though the situation might seem small to you, it's a big problem to them. Then you want to ask their opinion. What do they think would be a good resolution? And then give them a timeline to call them back. You don't have to call them back right away. You can say, I'm going to talk to my coworker or employee, find out their truth. Now this isn't their side, it's not their story, it's actually their truth, because there's 2 different truths to every story. And then say, I'm going to call you back on this day at this time. And make sure you do call them back at that time. And then thank them. Thank them for calling, and then you give them their second apology. I'm sorry, and then you're done. Now let's talk a little bit about an employee who's unhappy. First, you want to listen to them. Same thing. Ask them the who, what, when, where, and why. So, who did this happen with? What happened? When did it happen? What led up to this? Why did it happen? Is there something that maybe there was just a miscommunication? And then again, you're going to go and talk to the other employee and see what happened in their mind. How do they feel about what happened? And see their side of the story. They might not even know anything happened. And then you want to resolve the problem. So with the client, you want to make sure that you're not biased, because even though you need to have your coworkers back 100%, you need to remember that the client needs to think they're always right. So you're going to return their call first on the time and day you said that you're going to call them. And again, ask them how they're feeling. They might just feel better just talking to you. And try to resolve it the way they felt would be the best. So if they thought they should have received a gift card, a credit, money back, allow them to do that, and write a little handwritten note when you send that to them, or if they pick up the money in the mail, pick up the money. And a handwritten note is always really nice. And then once you talk to, then the next one, you want to talk to your employees. So again, you can't be biased to either side. You want to set them both down together and explain why you're having this meeting, and then you want to talk through the problem. Most of the time, it's probably a miscommunication. Once the meeting is over, ask them if they feel the meeting has been resolved. And Ask them if they need to talk to you further by yourself. Also reassure that your client that they always feel comfortable. Tell them that they're valuable. After all discrepancies are resolved and you feel the best outcome was made possible, it is best not to bring up the issue again. By solving the problem and moving on, clients and coworkers will know that you still have a solid relationship with them and the problem was dealt with in a discreet manner. Dealing with people can be difficult, especially when they aren't happy, but having a plan of action can help you resolve the problem without making it worse. It's important to remember that this is just a guideline and every situation is different and should be treated differently. But if you are truly sincere and listening, you'll be able to resolve the issue with the best